Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you'll decide to stay a while and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you that I have made so many times. It's pumpkin bread. Now, stay right there because you don't want to miss this recipe. This is the cookbook that I've been telling you all about that I made for my children and now my grandchildren. And this recipe is in it, and it comes from my friend Cindy Adams. She is a friend of mine. We've been friends for, I guess, 35, 38, I guess about 38 years, as long as I've known Chad. Her son played Little League for my husband. He was a Little League coach for like 22 years. But anyway, we've been best friends for that long. And me and one other person has been my best friend that even longer, since high school, Kathleen Blair. And anyway, this recipe comes from Cindy Adams. She was a Sparks. And she made this for me so many times. And I got the recipe from her. And my mother and dad love it. My children love it. My nephew Jordan loves it. So I invited him to come over and get some. So I hope he gets to do that before he has to go back home today to Lexington. But anyway, it's a really simple recipe. I know I say that all the time, but that's my goal, is to make recipes that are easy, simple, and quick. So this is a dump and go recipe. You don't want to miss out. I've already sifted my all-purpose flour. I used 3 1/4 cups sifted of all-purpose flour. You're going to use 1 cup of oil. So I'm going to go ahead and just put our oil in there. 1 1/2 cups of pumpkin. Now, not the pumpkin pie mix, just pumpkin. This is going to be almost a full can. It'll have a little bit left, not much. And if you put the whole can in, it's not a big deal. Sometimes I do, and it's not a big deal. And then we're going to put in 4 eggs. Let me get our eggs to do that. This recipe, it makes your house smell so good, and it just makes it smell like fall and the beginning of the holiday season, and you'll love it. I've made this so many times for so many people and given it away. Like I've told you, I love more baking and giving it away than I do eating it. I really do. After I make it, I don't hardly want it. Okay, so 4 eggs. Then we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This is right here. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to put a cap full. Use really good vanilla. It really does make a difference in your recipe. 2 teaspoons of soda right here. Okay. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, that was baking powder, sorry. What did I do with the soda? Here's the baking soda, sorry. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. The recipe will be in my description box. That was 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of soda, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of allspice. I had them measured right, I just said the wrong thing. 1 cup of cold water, and 3 cups of sugar. Makes it a lot easier when I've got everything already measured out. And 1 cup of cold water. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and whisk this all around. And you're going to make this in a loaf pan. This will make 2 loaves, by the way. So I just, I'm going to mix this, and you want to mix it really good. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you're going to bake it for 1 hour. Of course, everyone's oven's different, so you want to use a toothpick or a cake tester to make sure. You know what? I forgot to put my apron on, and Lord knows y'all know what a messy cook I am. But anyway, it might take longer, it might take less, but typically it takes about 1 hour for it to bake at 350. But you all check it, and if it needs to stand there a little bit longer, leave it in there a little bit longer. And you want it to cool completely before you slice it. I use an electric knife to slice mine once it cools. I think it just looks prettier, especially if you're going to give it away. Okay, I've got it mixed up good. I've got 2 of my well-used loaf pans. These pans could tell some stories, I'm sure. And I just sprayed them with this Baker's Joy baking spray. I'm just gonna, like I said, this makes 2 loaves. So I'm just gonna eyeball it half and half. If you need to go back and add more to the first one, you can. And it's so easy. I hope you all make it. If you do make it, let me know. Leave a comment, let me know, or email me, or comment on my social media page. But you want them around the same size so that they bake at the same time, okay? All right, I made a little mess. That's not unusual for me. You all know that. I'm a messy cook. They say messy cooks are good cooks, so I'll take it. So this is already a preheated oven. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 loaves in there for 1 hour. I'm going to set my timer and I'll meet you back here in an hour. Okay? We'll see how it turned out. Thank you for joining me today. All right, we got the timer set. We'll check back here in an hour. See you in a minute.